Hey everybody, Yankee here. I thought I'd come on here again today and continue the trend of making people mad at me because I want to come on here and talk about law enforcement, cops. Everyone knows I'm a no cheerleader for law enforcement these days. Not a fan. I think the entire system is corrupted, and I think anyone that's part of that system is complicit in that corruption. That's why I don't do this, 99% of them are good cops. It's just the 1% that are bad. I won't say that just to placate people because it's kind of like that whole saying of I would never want to join a club that would have me as a member. I kind of feel the same way about law enforcement. If you would actually join that, well, then you're complicit in what they do. Just like how I don't want to hear that there were good Nazis, I don't want to hear that nowadays there's good cops. Because if you were a good cop, you wouldn't be part of the system that exists today. You'd be out there vocally trying to change things. Now, there are some good ex-cops, because that's the thing. If you are a good cop, you'll become an ex-cop real quick. And there are some on the internet that I love to listen to because they are good cops, good ex-cops. And that's why they're ex-cops, is because they want to point out how the system is broken, how it's lawless, how it doesn't care about the people. Well, today I want to talk about one example that, like I said, reaffirmed my feelings about that. And this is from a video by Steve, I believe he pronounces his last name Lido. It was sent to me by a viewer and I was watching it. If you want to go over and watch it, I'll put a link in the video, in the description of this video. If you're more interested in the details of the case, because I'm not going to go into the details of the case. He does that way better than I possibly could. But I just want to talk about one aspect of it. Police were trying to get a confession out of a man. They knew pretty much already that the man didn't commit the crime, but they needed someone to confess. Because, when it comes to things like this, it's not about getting the right person or justice being served. It's about them being able to look like, look, we solved it. We should get promoted. We should get raises. That's what it's about. They're more than willing to sacrifice innocent people to do that. So they're trying to coerce a confession out of a guy who they pretty much know is not guilty. And what they do is they go get his dog, a golden retriever, I believe, and they bring it to where he's being interrogated, and they tell him, if you don't confess, we're going to kill your dog. They actually bring the dog in a room and say goodbye to your dog. This is the last time you're going to see it alive. This is what they do. This is the kind of disgusting human being that wears the badge these days. And they can get away with it because they're immune from the law. That's why they don't care about the law, because they don't have to obey it. They can do whatever they want to do. And they know right now that their mandate is not to be law enforcement, not to keep the peace. It's to enforce the will of the government on the people. And the more they can show that government that, look, we're cracking down on people, the better they get treated by that government, the more toys they get. So they're more than happy to sacrifice you or your dog. And the sacrificing the dog is what really pisses me off. Now, am I saying that they actually killed the dog? No. Am I saying that I don't think they would? No, I'm definitely not saying that. They kill dogs all the time. Recently, they shot like a little poodle mix that was 10 pounds because it was being aggressive. So law enforcement has a bad record of killing dogs. One of the things I like the least about them. I don't like it at all. Period. It makes me angry when they harm animals for no reason. Or even when they have a reason. Still makes me angry. Because I think there's other alternatives. So this is disgusting. And this is the people that so many people out there, these are the people that you want to defend. That you want to pretend like, 99% of them are good. No. How many officers in that division that day went, this is outrageous, I quit? None of them. How many of them do you see on the news every day like, here's what the agencies are doing and I'm not going to be a part of it anymore? You don't see it because they're complicit. So don't come at me with that, most cops are good. No, they're not. And I know every time you criticize law enforcement, they come out there, you want to defund the police. Anytime you say they don't need MRAPs, we need to quit paying for those. These small town sheriffs don't need to have an armament that could take down the entire county. You want to defund the police because I can't argue with the fact that they should have these things or that they're not misusing these things. That when you give them a cannon, they look for something that needs a cannon. just to justify having a cannon. So they'll treat you like you're a threat that deserves a cannon just because they have one and want to keep it. They got to justify what they have. And people can't argue that. So they have to do the, you want to defund the police? What are you going to do? Call a crack whore next time you're attacked on the street? You know what? If I was on the street getting attacked, I would hope a crack whore would come help me. I think there'd be more chance of that. They're right there probably on the street. They might actually stand up and help, especially if I gave them $1. If I call the police, when are they ever going to even show up? So I'm not worried about that either. Be more reliant. Depend on yourself. Don't worry about whether the police are going to save you. Police don't save people. They've gone to a great deal of effort lately to make sure that it's not their obligation to protect you or help you. They've gone to court to make sure that the courts, even the Supreme Court, says, yeah, they don't have to protect you. So stop living in that fantasy world that cops are the protectors. Cops are the strong arm of the federal government. They are assholes. They are incompetent. They are the most disgusting type of person you could possibly find these days. I am sick of them. I am sick of people who support them, the bootlickers. If you want to support law and order, I'm all for that. Support law and order. But these jackbooted thugs that have taken power in the guise of enforcing law and order, when they're really, like I said, just enforcing the will of the government on the people, stop kissing their ass. Stop licking their boots. Because these are the kind of guys that will shoot your dog. Or will kill your dog to get a confession when they know you didn't do it. So these are the people you're defending. So like I said, if you want to defend law and order, I'm more power to you. If you want to stand up and say police are needed, well, great, I'll agree with you. They're needed in a certain capacity, but it's not the capacity we have them at now. It's not the things they're doing now that we need them for. So we need to make change. And as long as you keep kissing their asses and licking their boots and allowing them to be immune from prosecution, well, then there'll never be change. It'll just get worse. And someday it'll be too late to do anything about it.